Hi and welcome. So this is a overview of the astrology of March 2021, and this is a collective global overview and forecast, so it will apply to anyone listening no matter what your sign is. And so let's just dive right on in. And so we begin March in Pisces season. So the sun is currently in Pisces, and that means that we are feeling a little more connected to our intuition, to our creativity, and we're really being called to go with the flow, to let go of, Pisces is not about goals or achievements or getting things done. Pisces just wants to kind of follow that dreamy intuition, that kind of blissful guidance of following your muse and following your creativity. And so I encourage you through this month, as we are in Pisces season until March 20th, to just follow that. Just be curious and be open and follow your creativity and your intuition and see where it leads you and see what insights you glean from Pisces season. Our new and full moon this month, our new moon is on March 13th, and it will be in Pisces because the sun is in Pisces. It's Pisces season. And then our full moon will be on March 28th in Libra. And so a new moon in Pisces is, and this new moon in particular, is really dreamy. It's really creative. There's some Neptune influence, so that really even boosts our kind of imagination and artistic and creative Pisces vibes. And it's really a good new moon to maybe start a new creative project or revisit a creative project that you haven't touched in a while and you're feeling called to dust it off and kind of dive back in. This new moon really has some energy that can help support you with that. The full moon is going to be in Libra, and Libra is all about balance and justice and fairness, and also beauty and appreciating the small beauty that is in the world and the small beauty that is in our everyday life. And so the full moon in Libra will probably be illuminating or highlighting, because that is what full moons do. Their brightness in the sky really helps illuminate for things for us. And so the full moon in Libra will be highlighting for you what may be out of balance, what you need to maybe kind of rethink or rearrange or reconfigure, what is not working for you. Some other important dates and things to note about March is on March 3rd, Mars will enter Gemini. And Mars is the planet of action, desire, willpower, aggression. And Gemini is a sign all about communicating and communicating thoughts and ideas, and also collecting thoughts and ideas from others. So when Mars is in Gemini, Mars is a little bit more flexible. It's a little less determined, and unfortunately a little less focused. So when Mars is in Gemini, we can find our minds a little more scattered. We find ourselves a little bit more interested in various things where we may actually become ineffective or inefficient with our, attempts to get anything done, because our minds are just a little all over the place. And so the way to deal with this, in my experience, is to follow your curiosity. If you can use your curiosity to help you get things done, you'll be more efficient. On March 15th, Mercury will enter Pisces. And so Mercury is the planet that governs our communications and our thought processes, and it changes signs usually every 3 to 4 weeks. And so with Mercury in Pisces, we are a little more in tune with our emotions and intuition. And we tend to communicate with this in mind. Like, we tend to communicate more using emotive words, more talking about how we feel. It's less I think when we are talking and more of us saying I feel. On March 20th, the sun will enter Aries, and this means we are having our spring equinox here in the northern hemisphere, because the spring equinox is always the day the sun enters Aries. And so this ushers in spring, which is all about new life and new growth and starting to kind of take action. It's, it's the image I always get is that of, the world is black and white, and then the sun moves into Aries, and it's just color just explodes all over the world. And Aries, when the sun is in Aries, Aries season, that is all about taking action. Aries is a sign that is a little bit impulsive, a little bit rash, and really wants to get moving, really wants to get things done and get the ball rolling. And so there's a little bit of a balance we have to be mindful of, where we can use the sun and Aries energy to really get things going, especially on a really big project that may, up until this point, have been really intimidating. But we do need to be cautious because Aries can get a little too ahead of itself, and we don't want to, kind of find ourselves backed into a corner further down the line because we were rushing a little too fast ahead. On the 21st of March, Venus will follow the sun and also enter Aries. And so this is just a time where you may find yourselves more willing to take a risk especially in the area of romance in your life. When Venus is in Aries, we are a little bit more bold when it comes to matters of the heart and saying and telling others how we feel. But, there's always a flip side with Venus in Aries, because Aries, like I've mentioned, is a sign that is a little impatient. Venus in Aries, we can be a little blunt, we can be a little direct when we are telling others how we feel. Venus in Aries does not sugarcoat things, and it is very direct. And so again, it's just a situation where we just need to be mindful, where if we see that coming up, we can kind of take action and, know that's the energies at play and react accordingly. So hopefully this was a helpful overview for the month ahead. Overall, it's a pretty good month. The time around the new moon is a little sensitive because the moon is in Pisces, and there are some transits on either end of the new moon that can heighten tension and anxiety a little bit. But overall, this is a really nice month where the beginning of the month may be a little bit more sensitive, but towards the end of the month, especially as we enter into Aries season, once the sun moves into the sign of Aries, we'll really be feeling more courageous, more bold, and more ready to take action towards the life we want and towards the dreams we want to call into our lives. So I hope this was helpful, and I will be back next month with another overview. If you'd like more insights into the astrology of this month, including a week-by-week detailed look at the astrology of each day of the month and how to use it to your advantage, I'd love for you to join us in the Soul Care Cottage, which is my monthly membership program all about using astrology to find more flow in your life, recover from burnout, and to really get to know who you truly are. So I hope to see you in the Soul Care Cottage.